Hi class, my name is Dawn Zamora, and I'm going to be talking probably a lot about my family today. I'm a very family-oriented person. I live right across the street from my parents. I bought a house right across the street. I have coffee with both my parents every morning whenever I get up, and every night before or after I get home from work. Um, I'll start off telling you the crazy story of how me and my husband first met. Um, it was 20 some odd years ago. Let you know my age. Um, his best friend John, who we were mutual acquaintances at the time, had asked me out for Andy, my husband, and I, of course, said no. I didn't know Andy at the time. This was the first time I'd ever seen him. And he actually, at 18, balded prematurely, so I thought he was old enough to be my dad. So when John had asked me, I said, absolutely not. I don't want to date my dad. And he just laughed at me and he had said, no, he's your age. He's just balding prematurely. Well, it just so happened that John was getting married in SeaWorld and we were both invited. And I went to SeaWorld. I got to know Andy a little bit more, and I thought he was just the sweetest guy ever. And after a couple of days, he was talking to me, and he had told me that he knew from the moment that he met me that I was the one and that he was going to marry me, that he had loved me. And I thought he was crazy. I thought he was definitely crazy, but very sweet. And he then proceeded to ask if I would marry him. And because he was so sweet, I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And I had said, well, I'll tell you what, you go home and you ask my dad if you can marry me. And if he says yes, then I will. Well, gosh, we got home, and it wasn't even probably 3 hours later that Andy came knocking at my door and asking to speak to my father. Now, mind you, my family's from Kentucky, and I mean, we're not crazy, but you can get a laugh out of us at some points. Um, he asked my dad if he could marry me while my mom was going crazy, telling Andy how ignorant he was, that he doesn't even know me, and what does he think he's going to accomplish out of this. And at the same time, my dad was telling my mom to be quiet because they were finally getting rid of me. So he told Andy to get down on his knee and do what he had to do. And mind you, this is only after knowing him 2 days. And I had so much going through my head. I'm just, oh my goodness, I'm going to break this poor guy's heart. He is a very sweet guy. I'd like to get to know him better, but I'm definitely not ready for marriage at this moment. And then I started thinking about it, and it was definitely a long, long pause, and you could see how scared he was in his eyes, and he thought I was going to say no. And so I decided to myself, I'm going to say yes, and then we can get to know each other, and if I decide against it later, it's not like I have to go through with it. So I did end up saying yes. Um, and goodness, here we are, some 20 odd years later. We now have three beautiful children. I have a 19-year-old daughter who is actually in this class as well. We have a very, very close family. I have a 16-year-old son who plays travel baseball that keeps us extremely busy. We're constantly on the run, constantly on the go with him. That's his dream, to be a big league baseball player. And we definitely don't discourage him. We tell him he can be anything that he wants to be. Realistically, probably not going to happen, but hey, you go for it. Shoot for the stars. And we also have another son who's 18. His name is Dominic, and he's autistic. He is the light of all of our days. He's just a genuine, sweet, good-hearted, fun-loving. Gosh, I can't even say enough good things about him. You ever want to know the truth? Ask him, because I tell you what, the kid does not have a filter whatsoever. Um, Anyways, that's about my family. I'm currently in my second year at Schoolcraft, going for my mortuary science degree. Um, Thank you.